guys, so let's talk about white on black crime and black on black crime. Now, before I start this video, I simply want to say this is my perception of it. This is my personal opinion of it. I'm not here to argue with nobody. I'm not here to defend my opinion on it. I'm simply just stating what I see at my level of understanding. So I made a post on my Facebook page, and I saw somebody share something about how people rebuttal white on black crime with black on black crime, and I basically just went to say, why do we feel like it's okay? Like, and I don't say this to be insensitive. Like, I really say this to be completely honest. Why do Black Lives Matter only matter when a white person is taking it? And I feel like people say this because the division between white and black, right? But personally, I feel like that's a control tactic. That is my manipulation. Using the division factor to keep I'm trying to say this the right way. I think it's a division factor to keep hate alive, because if you really think about killing, why does somebody really do it? Do they do it because of the color of your skin, or do they do it because they hate you for the color of your skin? And so I said, why do we feel like just because they kill us because we're black? No, they kill us because they hate us. And it doesn't justify anything. At the end of the day, it's hate. And so white on black crime doesn't exist, and black on black crime doesn't exist, because we really don't kill because of the color of the skin. We really kill because we hate, or they hate, the color of our skin. So I believe it's programming. Honestly, like I said, it's really mind manipulation. I'm not even gonna read what I posted, because I really just want to be in the moment when I speak on this and speak from my heart. Why is it okay for us to justify our own brother, or justify killing our own brother, our own kin, as far as skin color, because we have the same skin color? Why? If we do not learn to not hate ourselves and justify us killing somebody because, oh, they hurt us. I mean, because if you really think about it, they really hate us in the color of our skin because how much power we have, and because we're not inferior to them. And so when I think about when we kill each other, we really kill each other over what? Somebody has more possession over what we have. Jealousy. Somebody stole something, or somebody owe us something, or we just feel entitled enough within our ego to take another man's life. And I'm not saying that the black getting killed by a white is okay. but neither is a black killing a black, okay, just because we have the same skin color. Do you get what I'm saying? Um, if okay, so I wanna make this analogy. Let's say you have your family, right? And you invite somebody over into a family gathering, and at some point you talked about one of your kin, one of your family members to this person, right? And so after talking about somebody to this person for so long, at some point they're gonna get the okay to say, well, you obviously really don't like this person, so I can say what I want to say about them as well, right? So if we are killing each other, if we are not valuing each other, if we are not respecting each other, if we are not protecting each other, if we are not unified within ourselves, of course the white man sees the cracks in the foundation, and so therefore he's gonna try to get in and do what it is that you do. You don't care about your kinfolk. You would kill your own brother, and y'all done went through the same thing. So why should I care about their life if you don't? And I think that's the point people are trying to make when they say black on black crime. It doesn't exist. No, it doesn't exist. Hate crimes do, because we hate our own brother. And let's think about, that's really the programming the white man gave us. You know, the Willie Lynch, light skin versus dark skin, house nigga versus field nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, they created that hate within our mindsets, so we aren't unified within ourselves. So that gives them permission to come in and do what they do. And I honestly see the unity coming within our collective, within our culture, you know. And I say everything happens for a reason. I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. Us seeing somebody outside of our culture not value us and respect us and treat us with dignity is in turn making us look at our brother like, damn, your life is valued. Your life means something. Your life matters. And I think we need to start recognizing that within ourselves, that maybe we have to take accountability for some of the reasons why they feel like, and I'm not saying that the programming did not take place and make this happen, but as adults getting older, at some point we have to look at it from a different perspective. We have to look at it from our own viewpoint and not what somebody instilled in us. I used a flower, right? When you have a flower, you know, it's a baby. It's a baby. So you feed the baby, you nurture the baby, you teach the baby how to grow up, right? And as it starts to bloom, you know, this flower just grows how it was taught to grow, you know? It grows how it was taught to grow. As youth, you know, we grow how we're taught to grow. My mama said this wasn't okay. My mama said to do this like this. My daddy showed me by looking at how my daddy did things, this is how I do things. But as an adult, you have to start recognizing some of the toxicity and change it. Take accountability. That's when your morality starts to kick in, you know? When you're an adult, you know, you see your parent, your dad beat on your mom all the time. As a child, you're confused. Why? You're starting to think like, why is daddy so angry? What is mom doing to make him beat her? And as you get older, you start to piece, and sometimes people fall into the trap and they start doing it themselves because this is just what they're taught. And some people take it and say, Mom never did anything wrong. Mom never did anything to make him want to do this. So that's something I'm not going to do. I don't want to hurt a woman like my dad hurt a woman for no reason. You get what I'm saying? At some point, you start to grasp your own understanding of what's going on around you. And that, I think, that's what's happening now within the collective, as with the blacks, with our culture. We're starting to see, damn, that man didn't do nothing wrong. So what? He had a fake bill. He didn't do nothing wrong for his life to be taken. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to look at it as when our brother, hey, my brother, he scammed me out of $200. Is it really that bad that you need to take your brother's life? Is his life any less valued because he's just wired the wrong way? Do we ever think that, damn, maybe he needed it more than I did? You know what I'm saying? Somebody having more possession over you. Jealousy. You know, at the end of the day, they kill us because they're jealous of us, because we're so resilient. And so sometimes we look at people, and these are things that have been taught to us on a psychological level. In your subconscious brain, you are picking up on these things. You are picking up on this energy. And so you start to think that it's okay because you see another person doing it. But at what point do you say, let's say, if the roles were reversed, right? If you came up, right? Do you want somebody to take your life because you came up? So why would you want to take another man's life because he came up and he got a little bit more than you? Sometimes you got to put the shoe on the other foot and respect and value people for what they have, not because you have less. You know what I'm saying? We all can get it. We all can have everything everybody else has. You just got to work towards it like they did. And I don't mean if you see somebody stealing and they came up, that's what you go do. Like, no. That's not what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you have to take in, you don't harm another person to better yourself. And some people do that. But the only way we can change this perspective is if we do right within ourselves. Within our own position, within our own capabilities. We have to start creating the change that we want to see, and not only creating the change that we want to see within ourselves, but also helping others see it. Some people do it because they don't know any better. Some people steal because they don't know any better. So you have to take what you learned and give it to somebody and teach them better. Each one teach one. So again, black on black crime does not exist. White on black crime does not exist. It's hate crimes. It is hate crimes. Okay? Let's stop thinking about the division of white and black, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all think the same in some sense. They have superiority, or they think they have superiority over us, so they kill us because they don't think we're worth it. Just like a black man can think, I got more than my brother, I got more, so I don't give a fuck, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill him because I can, because this who I am, and that's what I can do it. I have the resources to do it. No, it doesn't make it okay. But again, that's just my opinion, my personal perception on that. We have to start looking. We have to stop. I want to say this right. Like, I really want to say this right. But we have to stop pointing the finger when we're no better. You know, when we don't make the best decisions within our own selves. And I'm not saying every black person thinks like this. It's usually it's really the people that's on the same conscious level as the white man when it comes to hate. You know? At the end of the day, it's really a envious, hateful, angry black person that's killing another black person, whether they're wealthy or not. You could be wealthy and still have hate in your heart. You can still have possessions and still have hate in your heart. At the end of the day, it's really about being able to connect with other people and realizing that no matter what skin color you have, at the end of the day, you're human. And I think that's what we need to realize. We're all human. It does not matter. We're a human race. There's no black race. There's no white race. We're a human race. We're all on a journey within a human vessel. This is just something we chose to put our souls into. But at the end of the day, we're all the same at the core. At the end of the day, we are all the same at the core. But it's what you're taught that molds you and your understanding around how you move in life. Just like y'all say, racism is taught. You know, hate is taught. So let's teach each other how to love each other. And I say, as a black culture, with them doing what they're doing to us, we have to be the bigger people. We're resilient. We are resilient. That is our strength within our cores. You know, that is what God gave us, strength and resilience. So we have to be the bigger person, better person, and teach people how to love one another. And I'm not saying this change is going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying more lives is just going to automatically stop more lives from being taken. The healing process is an ugly process. And it gets ugly before it gets beautiful. So with knowing who you are at your core, be resilient. Don't give in to those lower energies. It's a spiritual warfare. They are here in order to pull you back, pull you down in your energy. They are here that is why God allowed the enemy to roam free on the earth, to test the light that's inside of you. And once you become aware of who you are here, and what is on the inside, that's when you realize, I don't have to give in to this. I don't have to stoop to their level. Don't stoop to their level. Rise above it. How do you fight toxic energy? You don't give into it. You don't feed into it. To me, that's what Martin Luther King was talking about when he said hate can't beat hate. Only love can beat hate. And it's a hard choice choosing love over hate when hate is such a strong energy here. It's strong. But that's the fight that we have to fight. You know what I'm saying? That is the internal fight that we have to bear. Rising above hate. Jack McCurl up. Rising above hate. That's it's a test. It's a real test. And I'm not saying that the riots and the protests have not changed anything. It has. But to what extent? You know what I'm saying? When we rioted and protested, when our ancestors did it, we got the civil rights movement. But look at us 100 years later. You know what I'm saying? Look at us 100 years later. Not even. Still going through the same thing. So even though the laws change, it does not change the core of the man. And we have to start going deeper. Of course, they're going to give you what you want so you can shut up for a while. But who's to say once all these laws are made, they don't create more laws behind our back that gives them the okay to trump them? You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like, we have had laws in place to protect us from these things, but all they did was create laws within those laws. You have to change the man at the core in his heart, and that takes time. That takes time. So don't expect it takes patience. Patience is a virtue. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of perseverance. It takes a lot of willpower. And all they're doing when they kill us is triggering us. It's triggers. It is triggers to pull us back into that low vibrational energy of hurt and anger. It's just going to the roots of everything that they did to us. And so the real challenge is not falling back into that cycle. We have to overcome this cycle of hurt, of anger, of the trauma that is instilled in our hearts from everything we had to endure. And we can do it. I see it happening slowly. But bringing it to the surface and to the awareness of what's actually going on. Some of us are unaware of what we're doing. We're just doing it off the strength of the spirit, honestly. So we have to continue to keep progressing, keep moving forward. And the world is evolving, right? So we have to find new ways to create peace. That way worked then, but what can we do now? What can we do now where it will have longevity? No temporary fix. We can't focus on the temporary fix now. We have to think about the longevity of it. And also know that we're not in this alone. Just thinking about how they use the Bible to oppress us, when really it tells us how we didn't believe in God. We didn't believe in the Spirit. We didn't trust in God. And so we took things into our own hands. Right now, we just really need to have a lot of faith and a lot of patience within ourselves. We need to pull that inner God out. And I'm not saying that God was a man of just love. He was a man of duality. He raved, and he washed earth when he didn't like what he was saying. So he also had hate, but it's a way that you channel your anger so that it is productive. You know, anger is like fire. When you use it and you have no control over it, it can destroy even the things that you love. So we have to figure out how can we use our anger and channel it towards something progressive and not destructive. I saw somebody post how they burned down Black Wall Street, and so that gives us the okay to burn down everything else. Do not stoop to their level. Just continue to build over them. Build over them. Build over them. Create another Wall Street. But this time, go back and look. Think about how they were even able to burn something down like that. How can we prevent it from happening now if we do that? If we start planting our own seeds around the whole world instead of building it in one place, they would have to burn down what they live in too. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we're doing. They went and planted businesses all over the place, and so the world was burnt, right? The world was going up in fire, and we were destroying our own. Do you think that's what they're gonna do if it's a money game? Go and build in their communities. Go take your power and put it in their communities. Don't just do it in yours. Infiltrate theirs. They infiltrated ours. And I'm not saying that to say do what they did. Don't stoop to their level. But they were smart about the moves that they made, and they came in and they started building on our land. So therefore, if they think that this land is ours, then we go and build on theirs. And we got the power, we have the money, we got the numbers, we got the people. We just have to unify. But this is getting kind of long, and I wasn't trying to go into all of that. But yes, that's what I wanted to say, what I wanted to speak on. And again, these are just suggestions. I'm not saying that it is the right way. I'm not saying that it is the only way, but it can be a solution if we put it together well enough to do so. Have a beautiful night. Peace, love, and light to all of you. Make sure you like the video, comment some opinions, how you feel about the situation. I'm not going to engage with any negativity, nor am I going to defend what I'm saying, but I will communicate and I will engage to learn different aspects of the way that we can rebuild ourselves. And make sure y'all subscribe. I got more beautiful content coming. Peace, love, and light.